Hi everyone, Charlie Roschke here from Roschke Designs, and today we're going to talk about the basics of concert lighting. And so most of us have been to a concert at some point in our lives, and there is no better feeling than when you are seeing your favorite band and the lighting designer is firing on all cylinders. Great band lighting draws you in close. It builds an intimate connection between you and the band, and then blows you away with huge looks and crazy movements to match the band's energy on stage. But this type of lighting isn't easy, however, it's really highly rewarding. You'll face a lot of challenges, such as what lights to buy, what cables to use, and then how in the world do you make it all work together? There are a myriad of options out there, and everyone wants to sell you something different. How do you choose the right lighting for your band and make the most out of what you already have? And then the quickest and most effective way to have great lighting in a show is to first learn how to use the lighting you have really well. And then band lighting is really different from most other types of lighting. Some band looks include the audience via blinders and moving lights, but most of your band looks will be just lighting the band on stage with little to no house lighting. Your job as the lighting designer is to bring people's eyes to the band and then keep them there. Band lighting is also much more dramatic and therefore requires a more dynamic setup. This usually requires more backlight as it can create a lot of dynamic looks and also kind of act as a quote-unquote set. Backlighting is also really great for making patterns in the air if you have some haze or fog. This isn't always the rule, but it's a great place to start. And so band lighting is all about working with the band and not against them. You have to be able to match their intensity and rock out, while also being able to bring it in during a slower moment. The best band lighting won't leave an audience member saying the lights were amazing. It will leave them saying the show was amazing. As the lighting designer, you are another member of the band and you have to play your instrument, the lights, in time. You have to be able to anticipate and react to all the changes as well as keep time. Having a basic knowledge of music and timing really comes in handy, but if you don't, most songs are in 4/4 or something similar. And that means there's 4 beats in a measure. You will want most of your transitions typically on the downbeat, or the first beat of the measure. Other beats that transition well, or ones that match the lighting, can be the 2nd and 4th beats. Staying in time with the band and matching the band's energy level are key ways to create an amazing, amazing show. And then another essential element is color. Whether it's color shifts of red and white in a metal show or a full rainbow of color lighting in a pop band, lighting really has no rules when it comes to color. Using the right color does take a trained eye and a feel for it. So if you're starting, please check out my video on color and light. But there are a few different ways to run lights for a band. Each has their own pros and cons, however, all work great. And then the first method is a strictly cue-based show. This kind of show has pre-written cues for the song and the set and is played back during the show. This is best for a band that doesn't use a lot of improvisation or doesn't change their set list much. And then a variation of this is using time code, which uses pre-written cues and is played back automatically to the music using either MIDI or SMPTE. And then a slightly less strict method is still using a cue-based method, but have playbacks and ways to edit the cues while you're running the show. This gives you a little more flexibility during your show and can add a much more human element. And then finally, the last method is busking or punting, which is where you run lights to the band completely live. I like to compare busking to improvisation. You have a skill set, a tools, and a foundation that you use to create something in a live environment. And this type of lighting is the most challenging to run, but it's also the most rewarding as it provides a deep connection with the band and with the music. Band lighting is a challenging yet rewarding process that's really essential to the entertainment industry. This guide really just touched the tip of the iceberg with band lighting, and those who have dedicated their lives to it are always still learning. So make sure to persevere and create amazing light shows. Thank you so much.